afternoon, everybody. It's the 16th of May, Monday. A little bit late today as I was having some computer problems with the microphone. So this is the it's like the second take now, second or third take that I've had to do. But anyway, as usual, we'll go over our positions, what we've got holding, and anything else that we're looking at in the markets this week. The markets are already open, obviously, as it's Monday, midday my time. As usual, we'll start on EURGBP. So we are currently holding a runner on this trade after we hit TP2 and TP1. Currently, it's sitting under this last swing low here. As we saw on the post that I sent out on the forums and my social media posts, profiles, we hit supply zone, which hit TP2, and we've seen rejection come from there. But the previous high, which was resistance, looks like it's turned to form as a support. It looks to also have had a retest of that broken channel that we broke out of. So a couple of good confluences here to hopefully hold price up before we see another push up. Break through the TP2 zone, close above, and then start heading towards TP3, which is not too far away. So moving average is a nice 45-degree angle at the moment, so hopefully if we get a couple of consolidation days, gather some support, and then we could get another push up towards TP3 to be hit. So obviously if you're following me, just keep holding for now and let price play out. So nothing much to report on that today. With that, we'll move to GBPJPY. As you can see, we've had a significant drop down now from the top, which was expected. You know, we had a huge run up in a short space of time on GJ. Price closed below this demand zone. More importantly, it closed below the moving average. As you can see, if we move in, Friday's candle got a reject. Friday's candle got some support from this demand zone here, but it closed below the moving average. And then today we've got rejection from this zone that was broken, and currently we're trading under the moving average with a bearish candle today so far, but not much momentum today. Volume might kick in around New York session maybe to give it some more pushing power. But ideally on GJ I'd like to buy in from a lower demand zone, so I'd want to see some more bearish price action. We could get a sell in, maybe a little supply zone to be created, and then we could sell from there and go down. But ideally I'm looking for a longer buy like these previous buys that we've had from this demand zone down at 150 area. So long term, that's what I'm looking for on GJ. I'm looking for a buy from these demand zones lower down. We could get an intraday sell on to buy, but we need to see some more price action and bearish structure form first, so we can pick somewhere to sell from. So yeah, bit of patience on GJ. So with that, we'll move to EURAUD. Pretty much the same as EURGBP. Price broke out of the previous resistance at this zone here at 149. We met supply zone. We had a rejection from the supply zone. Come down, looks like we retested the broken resistance zone, which is now acting as support. Today's daily candle is bullish. Last week's is pretty of a weird candle, no wick top or bottom, so yeah, pretty. You don't see that very often. Just looking back now through the candles, yeah, you don't see it very often at all. It's the first one in a long time that I've seen with no wick on the top or bottom. But anyway, we're looking at current price action, so it's looking like it wants to change. EURAUD. It'd be nice to form a nice bullish channel going up there. Get some higher highs and higher lows which are being created. Break above this supply zone, start filling in all these imbalances what we got from the big push down. I didn't take this trade, but hopefully if you did, because I was covering it many times, then if you caught it, as I say, keep moving your stop losses up past the previous swing lows and just keep moving it up the further we go up into the trend. So with that one, we'll move to GU, and I sent a photo out last week on my profiles, looking for a buy from this weekly demand zone at 1.21. We did see price touch it, but that doesn't signify a buy for me straight away. As I say, I look for a 50% candle in these zones to signify a battle between the buyers and sellers, and then we can get a smaller stop loss once we're in these zones, because these are the strong zones that source the last push up. So yeah, we did touch it, but that doesn't mean I just buy. I actually wait until we get these type of 50% candles in this zone, and then I look to buy back up. So yeah, a bit more patience with GU on this one. Hopefully over the next few days of this week, we'll look to break down into this demand zone, and then we'll see what the price action is looking like, possibly by the end of the week, maybe next week. So with that, we'll move to EURUSD, and I had a stop loss hit on this one. Covered it quite a few times with all this messy price action consolidating, and then obviously the strength of the dollar. When we were hovering in this supply zone, I said just to close half your position anyway, or even close full position at halfway. You're reducing your risk by 50%, you're managing the position. We did get the push, but then we went straight back down to entry and just hovered just below entry. So yeah, it was pretty clear that we were going to hit a stop loss. So whether you closed for your full position halfway, or you closed half of your original position and you hit stop loss, either way it was a no trade, that one. More importantly, the monthly demand zone is holding, so we're still going to keep watch on EURUSD. Because we could still get a buy-in from this area, but for now I'm not going to take a chance of these 50% candles, because DXY is just being heavily manipulated, and we don't know whether it's going to break below and then continuing on the bearish trend, or whether it's going to turn, with the euro being a direct negative correlation pair to the dollar. Once the dollar starts to tank, this one's going to shoot right up. So we'd like to catch that when we can. So possibly if we break above this high here, and then possibly get in on the higher low that's created before we start pushing up. I'd like to buy back in there, maybe, possibly. I don't know. Go. Where's my drawing tool? Yeah, possibly come up, create a higher low here, and then buy up. So we'll wait for EURUSD for the next trade on that one. So with that, we'll move to gold, and I wish I was still holding this trade. Usually I do leave a runner going like I have on EURGBP, but I had a physical TP set and I wasn't watching it at the time because it moved so quickly. Usually I would have just closed half the position manually, moved my stop loss, and then just let the rest run. As we got that tap into supply, and then the upside down hammer formed with the 50%, that was our go. Obviously I had a physical TP set here just in case we did move quickly, which is obviously not a bad zone to take profit anyway, but it is what it is. But since then there has been a couple of opportunities where you could have sold a game. We broke below this moving average, created some support, and then we seen price come back up and tapped into the supply zone. So that was another sell that you could have took. You could have either sold at the top here in this supply zone, or waited for that 50% candle. Bit of a bigger stop loss though if you're going above that wick. But as I say, we've got a good risk to reward ratio going down here. Another one was the break of this support level here. We tanked right through, created support, came back up, tapped the level, and then went straight down again. But as I say, long term we're looking for a nice big buy, as I'll show you on the weekly time frame. We've got a big long-standing trend line there, which could confirm the bullish trend, which will continue. A break of the a retest of the broken downtrend line, and also in conjunction with the horizontal monthly demand zone. So that'll be a nice confluence area if it holds to buy from. So longer term, if that does hold, I'd like to buy from there. But as I say, if you're still holding the sells, then keep holding and just keep moving that stop loss down above the swing highs. Yeah, so that's what to watch for on gold. And with that one, we'll move to Bitcoin. And as you can see, the last few days I've been posting charts, and I marked out this $30,000 mark zone area. Multiple times it's held, and we've created all-time highs from this level of demand. As you can see here, we pushed right up, made the high of 64, came back down, price held a few times, went back down, went up, met 69,000, and as you can see, prices come all the way back down again to this 30,000 zone. We had a hell of a leap last week in crypto, with obviously the Luna fiasco going to zero. Bitcoin was dropping. It looked like it was just going to tank straight down to the 20k mark. But as you can see from this big daily candle here, we had huge buying pressure, and it rejected, and we started getting a few bullish daily candles coming in. Today's candle is bullish. We've got a little wick at the bottom there. Will it hold? Possibly. Don't see why not. It's happened multiple times in the past. You know, these are the zones where you can take a buy from if you're trading it with your account rather than holding it, and you can get a tighter stop loss on. There's no reason why you can't. You're controlling your risk anyway, so you know, risk 1 or 2%. And if this level does hold and we do get the turn, then you've caught the move. And then we're looking for a nice big move up. If not, it's even happier because we can buy in at a cheaper price down at 20,000, which it looks like it probably will do. Possibly even 23 at this little zone of consolidation here that you can see. That looks a little demand zone there for sure, right around 24, between 22 and 24. So either of these zones we can buy from. So it just depends which one holds, which one shows some buying pressure. Take your pick really. Are we going to hold here? Let me know what your thoughts are. It certainly looks that way. We've held 5 times in the past. It's currently holding now. It's being tested a good few times. I don't see why we couldn't just buy in here and get a nice little tight stop loss with 1.5–2% there. It's not a bad shout. I think I might do that maybe. Maybe even watch over the next day or so just to hopefully to show us its hand with some more buying pressure. Maybe this candle wicks out. If it does keep tanking, then obviously it's looking like it's going to break. So yeah, just keep watching over this week and decide for yourselves whether you want to enter at this level or not, or wait for a lower price. Obviously lower is better, buy low, sell high. But yeah, this is it's a viable place to buy from. Yeah, the decision is yours. So that's pretty much it for this week. Just some trades that we are waiting for come to us on GU, GJ, gold. I'm waiting for that to come down a bit more. Holding euro pairs. If you got an euro AUD, keep holding that. I'm holding EURGBP. Yeah, patience pays. Just waiting for price to come to us on the pairs that we're watching. So I'll see you again next week. Cheers, everyone.